It's been more than 23 years since the bombing of the federal building in downtown Oklahoma City, and survivors of that terrorist attack continue to have problems paying for their ongoing medical costs, despite a multi-million-dollar fund that is supposed to cover those expenses. Brianna Bailey with the online news service The Frontier has examined the issues and involved with that and joins us now to talk about our findings. Brianna, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Now, your work documents the problems that survivors are having with that fund that was set up to pay for their medical needs. Money that was donated from all over the world. Explain for us what you found.
So this was a pool of money that was managed by the Oklahoma City Community Foundation for many years. At one point there was over $14 million in this fund that was raised from donations from all over after the bombing. And the intent of the fund was to pay for survivors' college, education, help survivors with their medical costs and other needs after the bombing. The problem was that that money didn't get spent very quickly, and even 20 years after the bombing, they had millions and millions of dollars, and survivors that I've spoken with say they had a really tough time over the years getting the Community Foundation to pay for anything out of the fund, really.
Now, there are still lingering questions with the way the Oklahoma City Community Foundation handled the funds, correct?
Yes, a few years ago, it came to light that the survivors were having problems accessing this fund of money. And there was a group of survivors that became very vocal in the media about problems that they saw with how the money was being distributed, how it was being managed. And after that, the Oklahoma City Community Foundation, they transferred what was left of the money, about $10 million, to a private company in Oklahoma City called Invest Trust. And what they do is they're like an investment company. And after the money was transferred to Invest Trust, it's just become a black box. Nobody can find out what's happened with the money, how much of it is left. When it was managed by the Community Foundation, they'd have to file like an annual tax return that would at least give some indication how much of the money was left, how it was being spent, and none of that information is available anymore.
Now, it's no longer that foundation that's overseeing it, right?
The name of the private company that manages it now is called Invest Trust. They're based in Oklahoma City. And they have all of their trust officers that approve how the money gets spent. Several of the survivors, the ones with the most serious ongoing medical problems, they've had trusts set up in their name specifically to pay for their long-term medical expenses. And then there's also another pool of money that is for all of the survivors to access. But everyone that I've spoken to says they've never really gotten any expenses approved from this fund. Invest Trust does charge fees on the money that they manage now. They did tell me that it's at a significant discount of what they usually charge their clients, but they won't tell me how much.
All right. Well, Brianna, this is fascinating. We'll be looking for that report.
Thank you.
Thank you.